But we always have to make it interesting. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies. That's the video recapping last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins as the Phillies defeat the Marlins by a final score of 4-3 as they take the first of three in Philadelphia. So Rhys Hoskins with a home run last night. How about Vince Velasquez's longest outing since August 5th of 2019? Unbelievable. Now I ask before getting into this video, please subscribe if you haven't not yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. And let's get into this. So, another nice way to start the three-game series. Win is a win, but I tell you what, this bullpen is a disaster. It really is. I mean, the month of June has just been horrendous for this bullpen. I mean, this is still not a very good bullpen. It hasn't been a reliable bullpen this year. You know, some injuries and things of that nature. But it's just been really, really hard to watch over the years. You know, it's been hard to watch in the past two seasons. And even the past, even in 2019, it wasn't good. I mean, we never, the past, multiple seasons, we just have not had a good bullpen. But I tell you what, it's just been really, especially hard to watch over the past few weeks or so. I said this a lot last year, we're setting records that we do not want to be setting. But I tell you what, Vince Velasquez did his job last night. I mean, that was a great start. It really, really was. I was really impressed with that, but will he build off of that? It remains to be seen, right? He's done that sometimes, where he has a really, really good start, and then he comes back the next start, and his stuff isn't there, right? I mean, he's walking a lot of people. The pitch count's way up. We all know he had that great month of May. The same success did not carry over into June. So pick up the scoring summary at the bottom of the first inning. And June McCutcheon, he singles on a line drive to left field. Gene Segura comes around to score. He was activated before the ball game yesterday off of the 10-day IL. Coming back from the left groin exchange. So welcome back, Gene the Machine. As the Phillies jump ahead 1-0. So Andrew McCutcheon, he's had a fantastic month of June. You saw what he did in the first half of May. He was very, very good. And this month of June has been great for Andrew McCutcheon. And you know what I really, really like? He's getting on base. So well over 400 on base percentage. He's getting on base. That's what I look at a guy and say the average. I mean, yeah, it's not great, overall this year, but he's getting on base. That's the thing I like. He's drawing walks. He's just finding ways to get on base. That is the Andrew McCutcheon that we all know, right? So 1-0 Phillies. Then by the sixth inning, Rhys Hoskins, who has just been terrible at the plate. Well, he needed this one as he homers on a fly ball to left center field, his 17th of the season. As it's now a 2-0 ball game. That was off of Trevor Rogers, who is having a very, very good year for the Marlins. He is. So that was great to see at the big fella, his 17th, number 17 for number 17. And it's now a 2-0 Phillies lead. Then in the bottom of the 7th inning, Odubel Herrera doubles on the line drive to center field. Brad Miller comes around to score as the Phillies going to take a 3-0 lead. So that was nice to see at El Torito, his 14th double of the season. To score Brad Miller right there. I mean, you just love to see that El Torito doing his job. Now 3-0 Phils. Then we score on a wild pitch by Anthony Bender. And Odubel Herrera comes around to score on that as the Phillies now extend lead now at 4-0 ball game there in the bottom of the 7th inning. And then guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. Jose Alvarado. Oh boy. He comes in and throws a wild pitch, and John Berti comes around to score. And it's now a 4-1 ball game. The Marlins get on the board. We all know that Alvarado does struggle with his command and hitting those locations, and you clearly saw that right there, a wild pitch. So you just hate to see that right there. Luckily it didn't cost us from winning this game. Mistakes like that do cost you from winning games sometimes. So then it's 7th and 9th inning off of Jose Alvarado. Adam Duvall, the former Atlanta Brave, he homers on a fly ball to center field, his 17th of the season. 2-run shot scores Jesus Aguilar, and it's now a 4-3 ball game. We always have to make it interesting. I don't get it. I've never seen a team have so many close games like this. When you're up 4-0 in the top of the 8th inning, going into the top of the 8th inning, your team is up 4-0. I mean, seriously. I mean, that has got to stop. We've got to stop. And it ends up being a 4-3 ball game. We easily could have blown this. Easily. It's never easy. I always say it's never easy. It's always something. It's always, oh my gosh. It gets tiring day after day. But Luke Williams out of the leadoff spot did go hitless, but Dewar came into the game later to pinch hit and then take over in center field, and he got that RBI double. Welcome back, Gene G, in that machine. He did go hitless, but he did score that run and also drew that walk. Bryce Harper, he's definitely been cooling off. Average drops to 267, so he's just not really looked good over the past few days or so. The walk and 2 strikeouts. He's getting on base. That's the thing I will say. He's getting on base. His OPS still sits at 861. But I just wish he'd be a little more consistent. I tell you, he's way more consistent than Rhys Hoskins. I can tell you that right now. He's even more consistent than JT. Look at JT. Average drops to 265. He did draw a walk last night, but I tell you, JT, he's battling an injury or something. He has been terrible. JT Mattel has looked really, really bad at the plate. How about Andrew McCutchen? That nice ribby single right there. Rhys Hoskins, only the one hit, but it was a nice one. A solo home run to left center, his 17th of the season. How about Alec Bohm, the first time in his career that he drew 3 walks in the game last night? I mean, that's what Alec Bohm should be doing. You know what? We're starting to see the Alec Bohm from last year. He's getting on base. He got on base so much last year. He did. He got on base so much last year. And he's doing what he did last year. So, I mean, that is great to see. So his average does sit at 239. But I've been really impressed with what Alec Bohm is able to do over the past few weeks. Ever since I made that video, analyzing his stats and everything, and kind of criticizing him a little bit, he has done very, very well. He's put up very, very good numbers. So I think I have a strong suspicion that I was the one to kind of get him going. This being sarcastic, of course. But take a look at Vince Velasquez's start last night. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs allowed, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Was that Vince Velasquez? He didn't walk 1 batter, only allowed 2 hits in 7 innings, striking out 7. So strikeout per inning on average. I mean, it was a very, very good start for Vince last night. His stuff looked very good. He was great last night. He was. Gets the win. He's now 3-2 in the year. Our ERA now sits at 4.22. So there's no doubt about it. He's definitely earned another start. I mean, he was great last night. Great. I mean, a nice 7 innings for us. I mean, this starting pitching, say what you want about the bullpen. You could say all you want because you know what? It is terrible. It is terrible. But one thing you can't really knock is this starting staff. I tell you what, they have done their job over this past week or so. They have done their job. They were fantastic. Fantastic in the New York series. Great. I mean, in New York, we silenced those Mariners. And we easily could have swept that series. I'm not going to keep going back to that. We could have easily swept that series. Easily. Easily. If you get rid of the not-so-great start on Monday from Spencer Howard, who got sent back down to AAA, by the way, if you don't mention that, our starting pitching over this past week or so has been very, very good. I mean, you saw, history Aaron Mole made, striking out 10 hitters in a row. Last guy to do that was Tom Seaver. So, you know what? This starting staff has been very, very good over the past week or so. It's been very, very solid. So Vince Velasquez carries that into last night's start. And that was just great to see. But Connor Brogdon also came in. He also made it interesting, too, walking those 2 hitters. And then they bring in Alvarado. And then he throws that wild pitch, and then in the top of the ninth, he allows that 2-run home run. This crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just always something. It's just always something. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, we win. But I'm gonna go back to it. I really just don't think we're good. I just don't. This team is just still. This bullpen is just terrible. I mean, it's terrible. I understand we're having some injuries. A little bit. I mean, you can't really use that as the excuse. Brandon Kinzer, Sam Coonrad. I understand that Brandon Kinzer has been terrible, and even Sam Coonrad was great at the beginning of the season, the guy who I could really rely on at the beginning of the season, and now he's starting to, of course now he's hurt, but up until his injury, he's even started to, kind of fall off a little bit too. So this bullpen is just not good. It's just not. Archie Bradley's been a major disappointment. I understand he's been, battling some injuries this year, but he has not been the guy I thought he would be. Jose Alvarado's way too inconsistent, has good stuff, but just can't locate it too well. At times, when he can, he's very, very good. He's lights out. Tends to like to walk a lot. You saw the wild pitch he threw last night, allowing a run. You can't be doing that. You just can't be doing that. Hector Neris, I like Hector Neris as a setup guy. Don't like him in the closing role at all. I think Hector Neris has good stuff. I think he has a lot of potential to be very good in a setup role. Don't like him as the closer. Even this bullpen was structured better. It's just not a good bullpen. It's just not a good bullpen. You can just chalk it up. Not a good bullpen. I also think the loss of Joe Romero to Tommy John also played a factor too. This was a nice lefty to have out of the bullpen, and he goes down to Tommy John. He'll be back next year. So that was that was not good for this bullpen either, losing a guy. I understand that's been a little while now. This bullpen, that was so much better than last year. Remember all the commercials are like, oh, we built a better bullpen. Is this a better bullpen? Let's ask ourselves the question, is this a better bullpen? It's not much better, I can tell you that. Yes, it's better than it's better than the third worst bullpen in the game's history. That's an irrelevant statement. Guess what? Oh, how good is your bullpen? Oh yeah, it's better than the third worst in the game's history. That gives us no information. That's an irrelevant statement. It's an irrelevant statement. You come back, having a bullpen that recorded the third worst numbers in the game's history out of any bullpen, and you say, oh, it's better than last year. That tells us no information. What if they're just a little bit better than they are last year? Because this is what we're witnessing right now. They're just slightly better. And these are still horrendous numbers. We're seeing out of this bullpen. So don't let that fool you. I think a fool be a little bit too when I heard that. It's an irrelevant statement to say, oh, well, it's better than last year. That's just, it gives us no information. It gives us no reference. Absolutely not. But the Nationals continue their hot streak as they win again last night against the Tampa Bay Rays. Kyle Schwarber with another leadoff home run. This man is on another planet right now, ladies and gentlemen. Nationals now 1 over 500 at 39-38. I do think they will fall off. I don't think they're legit. I just don't. I just think they're on a really good hot stretch right now. And I don't know. I don't know what's gotten in them. I really don't. That's a really good question. They did the same thing in 2019. They were 11 under, and then they came back, and then they ended up winning the World Series. And I don't think they're going to win the World Series this year because I just think there's too many good teams. They're like the Padres. Padres weren't the team they are right now in 2019. So I guarantee you if the Nationals would have ran into the Padres in the 2019 playoffs, I don't think they would have made it to the World Series. But beating the Dodgers like they did, that was not easy. The Cardinals, that was, they squanted over the Cardinals. That was a hard-fought postseason for the Nats, and they did deserve to win that year. But the Braves, unfortunately, did lose to the Mets. We got to root for the Braves in this series, right? That we can gain some ground on the Mets. I would love to take 2 out of 3 here against Miami. So I would just love to do that. Last time we won a series against the Marlins since September of 2019 at the tail end of that season. Remember that? We won the first 2 games of the 3-game set against the Marlins at home, the final homestand, and then we lost the finale of game 162 in 2019. So that is the last time that we won a series against the Marlins. It's been that long. So nearly 2 years. So we need to get a series win here. We won the first game of the series when it came in May, and we failed to even win the series. We lost the next 2. So I need to see a different outcome here. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's go Rays tonight. I hope they beat those Nationals. We need to gain some ground. I can't believe the Nats are where they are right now. I just can't. Kyle Schwarber has carried them. He's been a monster since the second half of June. He's terrorizing baseball. He is terrorizing baseball, ladies and gentlemen. And what he's been able to do, it's just amazing. This guy has been the pitcher's worst nightmare. Kyle Schwarber. So he's just, destroying the baseball. He's just destroying the baseball. As a Nationals fan, I guess you love it. I don't love it because I'm a Phillies fan, of course. 7-5 the first pitch tonight. Holloway 1-2 with a 2.55 ERA. For the Marlins, I told you they have a good staff. I told you that. And Aaron Nola coming off of a very, very good start against the Mets. Didn't go very deep, but he made history, right? Tying Tom Seaver's consecutive strikeout record, 5-4 with a 3.97 ERA. Looking to build off of that start. And then the 6-5 tomorrow, Lopez and Eflin. So, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please show notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section. At Phillies Hats of Instagram. Check out my Instagram. Call or text 267-225-392. Email me, phillieshats@gmail.com. 7-5 the first pitch tonight. And the game will be recapped tonight. I got to get up really, really early tomorrow morning to work. But I have to be somewhere right after work. And I won't have time to make a video tomorrow. So I have no choice but to do it tonight. But I'm looking forward to it. I love what I do here. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phils. Let's win the series tonight. Aaron Nola, go out there and pitch us a good game. I'll see you guys.